the Portland Trail Blazers still with a shot to even this series. Back at home against the San Antonio Spurs, Victor Wembanyama cleared to play after suffering a concussion, and he's dropping that hammer early. But the Blazers dominated the first half, building a 19-point lead, shooting over 43% from three. Drew Holiday with a 20-piece in this game, a sold-out Moda Center rockin'. Denny Avdia leading the way with 26 points, 7 boards. Portland went into the break up 17. But just like Game 3, this was a tale of two halves. And San Antonio flipped the switch, dropping a couple of haymaker-type runs, scoring 29 points off 18 Blazers turnovers. Portland's offense disappeared, 3 of 15 from long range. And that 19-point lead disintegrated in the third quarter. The duo of Victor Wembanyama and De'Aaron Fox took this game over. Those two outscoring the entire Blazers team in the second half. San Antonio outscoring Portland 73-35 over the final 2 quarters. The Blazers' 35 second half points, a season low. San Antonio rolls 114-93 to take a commanding 3-1 series lead.
Didn't make shots, and they did. Defensively, we weren't. They bumped up their physicality, and it was tough for us to handle that. We weren't ready for that.
Yeah, we gotta be better. We gotta hold our composure, be more poised, and call a couple of timeouts there. Try to, slow down a little bit, but couldn't find a solution. It's all of us, coaches, players. We all gotta be better.
We've been kind of doing this all year. People counting us out, us coming back doing. Proving people wrong and things like that. So, we're going to try to do it again.
Let me tell you, Victor Wembanyama worth the price of admission, making his impact on the floor, especially in the second half. The reigning Defensive Player of the Year had 7 blocks to go along with 27 points, 11 boards, 4 steals. He was everywhere. Wembanyama on how it feels to silence the Moda Center.
Very satisfying. It has a meaning. And about villain, I think any road team is the villain in the playoffs. Great atmosphere here, though. I was surprised when I was sitting on the bench previous game.
And this game got chippy late in the fourth quarter. Denny Avdia and Stephon Castle got into it, pushing each other, exchanging some pleasantries along the way. They had to be separated. Both players were given technical fouls. After the game, Avdia was asked about it.
I think he's a good player. I have a lot of respect for him, but the thing at the end, all this shoving the ball into my chest is unnecessary. I don't play those games. It's not who I am. You can be tough, you can be, physical, but there's a level of disrespect that I'm not gonna accept.
So here we go. It's win or go home. Game 5. Tuesday in San Antonio, the Blazers must win to keep their season alive. Tip-off set for 6:30. ESPN will have the broadcast. The Spurs open as 11.5-point favorites. Around the association, Eastern Conference playoffs, and the man from the main streets of West Lynn had himself a day in Philadelphia. Peyton Pritchard dropping 32 on the 76ers in Game 4 of their first-round playoff series. Pritchard hits 6 3-pointers as his Celtics win big, 128-96. Boston leads this thing 3-1. They have a chance to clinch things on Tuesday night. The 2026 NFL Draft is in the books. The ultimate dream coming true for 257 players, and it all starts with a phone call. Kenyon Sadiq, it's the New York Jets on line 1.
How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing good. I'm excited, Coach.
Man, good. We're excited too, man. Listen, we're going to bring you up here. You're going to be a huge weapon for us, all right?
Yeah. I think it's going to be a prank call for a second. But no, I appreciate it.
No, we're not pranking you, brother. No, you're going to be a Jet. You're going to be a Jet. Trust me on that, man. You've been a target for us for a while.
That's hilarious. Glad he picked up the phone. New York Jets head coach Aaron Glenn telling Sadiq just how much the franchise wanted to get him. The team's GM calling the pick, quote, a no-brainer. The Jets taking Sadiq with the 16th overall pick. He's coming off a record-setting season for the Ducks. 51 catches in 2025, 8 touchdowns, the top-rated tight end prospect in the draft. So why in the world did he think he was getting pranked?
Oh no, that was just like my biggest fear. If you go like what like was it like Shador and like all that stuff that happened with him, it's just like it'd be such a moment full of so many emotions. You know, it'd be kind of a not a fun way to you get a prank call stuff like that. But no, obviously the call and everything was amazing.
Highly relatable. We see the unknown call. Who's really picking up, right? All right, Sadiq is the second Ducks tight end to ever be taken in the first round of the NFL draft. He becomes the 25th Oregon Duck to be a first-round pick. You love to see it. Back in Sadiq's hometown of Idaho Falls, a draft watch party at his alma mater, Skyline High School. The community going crazy. Now that is love from kids to grown-ups, all cheering on the hometown hero. Just 9 picks later, safety Dylan Thieneman, dressed to impress. He's taking his talents to the Windy City. Selected 25th overall by the Chicago Bears, Soldier Field just a 3-hour drive from his hometown in Indiana. The Athletic projects Thieneman to immediately slot into a starting role for the Bears, who are expected to be in the playoff hunt.
Selecting of the Indianapolis Colts, Bryce Betcher.
From Eugene to the league, surrounded by loved ones, linebacker Bryce Betcher celebrating that life-changing moment. Selected in the 4th round by the Indianapolis Colts, the Ducks' leading tackler the past 2 seasons, and was also Houston Astros draft pick in 2024.
She started here in Eugene, being from here, walking onto the baseball team, walking onto the football team. But football's my passion. Coach Lanning, Coach, B. Mike gave me a shot, and my family supported me, so I'm just blessed to, I've gotten drafted by the Colts.
A total of 7 Oregon Ducks were selected in this year's NFL draft. That brings the total to 31 picks under head coach Dan Lanning. They've had at least 6 in each of the last 4 drafts. Meanwhile, the defending Super Bowl champs entered the draft with only 4 picks. The Seahawks brass reportedly wanted to trade out of the first round. They didn't find any takers, so Seattle took Notre Dame running back Jadarian Price on night 1. The Seahawks hope he can help replace Kenneth Walker III. On days 2 and 3, general manager John Schneider went to work, wheeling and dealing. Those 4 total picks became 8. The Seahawks focused on their secondary, adding 4 defensive backs and creating depth on the lines. We'll get a better look at these guys when the Seahawks host rookie minicamp in the next couple of weeks. Woo! All right, let's call it timeout, but we got much more to come here on Sports Sunday. We head to Eugene and Corvallis for spring football. Our first glimpse of the Ducks and Beavers, and there's something you might have spotted if you were on the ground in Corvallis. Plus, the Portland Thorns return to the pitch, and it's a day to remember for Soccer City's superstar. That's coming up on the other side. welcome back to Sports Sunday. Let's kick it. The wait finally over. Fresh off the international break, the Portland Thorns back on the pitch for the first time in 3 weeks. Top 4 matchup in the NWSL standings. The Thorns visiting Angel City. We're scoreless through the first 45. The second half, a different story. The Thorns keeping their head in the game here. First corner of the match, and that's Pietra Torden heading it home in the 79th minute. Her third goal of the season gives Portland the lead. Fast forward to stoppage time. Your moment of the match, courtesy of Sophia Wilson, to the back of the net for her first goal of the season. First as a mom, first since November of 2024. The emotions flowing for Wilson, and that proved to be the winner. Angel City avoids the shutout, but Portland takes the dub, 2-1. Wilson on that goal.
It was definitely a long time coming. I think I tried not to put too much pressure on myself, just coming back and playing at this level, but I really needed a goal, if I'm being completely honest, and I think once I get one, hopefully more come, but I'm really proud of our team, most of all just for grinding out that win.
So the Thorns sit second on the table, and they return home to Providence Park Wednesday to host first place San Diego Wave. Big time match. All right, we're going back to Cali. The Portland Timbers visiting San Diego FC, a playoff rematch from a season ago. First half, great heads-up play here from Kevin Kelsey. Just watch that man work. Have some of that. Timbers strike first, but in the 31st minute, a Brandon By handball in the box gives Anders Dreyer a PK to level this thing at 1, setting up a wild finish. Stoppage time, 96, and that's Alex Bonatig. His first professional goal is the go-ahead score. And how about goalkeeper James Pantemis? He was just sensational. Back-to-back saves at the death. And the streak is over, folks. Timbers win 2-1, their first road victory since July.
Desire and passion to go right to the very last whistle is phenomenal. Two 90-minute goals in 2 games shows that this team is gathering something special.
Portland sits 11th on the table. The Timbers will visit Real Salt Lake next Saturday. This Oregon Ducks report brought to you by the Duck Store. The Oregon Ducks coming off a run to the semifinals in the college football playoff. So the road back starts now. In Eugene, thousands inside Autzen Stadium for the annual spring football game, year 5 of the Dan Lanning era. 8 returning starters on defense and quarterback Dante Moore back to run the show. And Nebraska transfer QB Dylan Raiola rocking the number 8 and connecting with Evan Stewart, who missed all of last season with a knee injury. Here's Lanning's takeaway on the spring game.
Ultimately, it was fun seeing our guys out there compete. Certainly some stuff to clean up. Got to get some really good reps. And there's nothing like game day experience in a lot of places in the country, and we get to have that here because our fans are unbelievable. I don't put too much stock into what one side of the ball or the other side of the ball did today. This is about everybody improving and us being able to attack.
The Ducks kick off the season at home against Boise State September 5th. Oh, and it was a perfect Saturday in Corvallis. The Oregon State Beavers opening up Reser Stadium for the spring football game. The first under new head coach Jamarcus Shepard. A chance to put his players in a game setting for the first time. Well, quarterback Malik Murphy is the reported favorite to earn the starting job. Coach Shepard sums up the day and says it's an open competition at every position.
Today, in a totality, was not up to the standard that I hold myself and that they hold themselves to. And so certainly we can get better from this. Ultimately, you want to see them in these environments where it feels like a game. They start to get those butterflies in their stomach, but and then see how they perform. But that competition part will not end for any of them. All of them will be an open competition.
The Beavers kick off the season September 5th at Houston. So if you were down in Corvallis yesterday, you may have seen this. The reborn Pac-12 going with a new logo. Schools gave out a ton of swag this weekend with the new look. The big change, this logo simply black and white, no other colors involved. The Pac-12 relaunches in July with 7 schools joining Washington State and Oregon State. We'll see you on the other side.
High lift deep, out to left field, it is gone! Rob Refsnyder, a pinch hit, go-ahead home run to take the lead in the 9th inning.
Talk about coming through in the clutch. Rob Refsnyder with a pinch hit home run in the top of the 9th to give the Mariners a 3-2 win in St. Louis, breaking out the brooms. The M's sweep the Cardinals on the road. They're now just a game below 500. They head to Minnesota next. And that's your Toyota Sunday Sizzle. On the college diamond, the 6th-ranked Oregon State Beavers looking to sweep the visiting Hawaii Rainbow Warriors. The Beavs offense got off to a slow start, but Nyan Hayes changes that in the bottom of the 7th. His first home run as a Beaver. It's 2-1 just like that. And the Beavs would take on an insurance run in the 8th and escape with a 3-1 win. Oregon State now 33-9 on the season. They'll host Texas Rio Grande Valley on Tuesday in Corvallis. The 19th-ranked Ducks made light work of Penn State. Drew Smith takes this one for a ride, a solo shot, part of a 3-run 4th. The Ducks roll to a 5-0 win at PK Park, sweeping the Nittany Lions, securing their 5th straight win. That's 32 dubs on the season. Oregon 3rd in the Big Ten standings. Meanwhile, down the road at Jane Sanders Stadium, the 12th-ranked Oregon softball team celebrating Senior Day by run-ruling Ohio State 8-0 in 5 innings. It's the team's 38th win of the season. The Ducks will close out the regular season next weekend with a 3-game series at UCLA. At minimum, that series will decide 2nd place in the Big Ten. Oregon just 2 games back of Nebraska. So, the regular season title still in reach. The Portland Fire play their first preseason game in just 3 days. The team has been practicing at Portland State, and head coach Alex Sarama likes what he's seen, telling us that the players are picking up his system quickly. The Fire are in Eugene this weekend for a mini camp at the University of Oregon. They'll head to Seattle next for the preseason opener on Wednesday. They're back in Portland next Sunday to host the LA Sparks at the Moda Center. Jade Carey finishing up her bachelor's degree at Oregon State, and she'll do it in style. The Olympic gold medalist will deliver this year's commencement address. Carey has 3 Olympic medals: gold on floor in Tokyo, bronze on vault in Paris, and team gold. She'll be graduating alongside the other seniors with a bachelor's degree in digital communication arts. The commencement ceremony is June 13th. We'll be right back. Come to us from the London Marathon. That's where Kenya's Sebastian Sae became the first person to officially run a marathon in less than 2 hours. He completed the 26.2-mile course in 1 hour, 59 minutes, and 30 seconds, breaking the world record. That's a pace of 4.5 minutes per mile. But get this, his pace actually got faster as the race went on. Afterwards, he said he felt strong and happy. My goodness, big ups to him. I can't even fathom that. Well, thank you so much for rocking with us here on Sports Sunday. Good night.